All right, so welcome engineers, guys. So welcome to this session. So for the remaining weeks of our discussion until midterm, until the conclusion of midterm, we are going to discuss about um, web basic web programming, basic webs creating of websites and web designing. So when we talk about creating a website, it's actually a broad concepts now. It's actually a broad topic. Did you know that sa amuang field, when we get to when we get to create a website, I mean, this one is actually a semestral to 1 year, no? So when we talk about web designing in our field, it's probably one sem, no, 1 sem to 1 year. Depende siya. So kung IT or ComSci. And then separate po siya ang web programming. Kasi web programming is, this would teach you how to create website or web pages that process data. So nanadri ang mga business logics. So business logic and mga functionality and transactions. So we don't do that here. Okay? So what I can only give to you or offer to you is basic of creating a web page. And I'm pretty much sure you have already an idea of how, I guess some of you know has already an idea of how to create a website, right? Tama ba? Did you guys have that in your high school?
Wala, sir. Kuan lang, sir.
Wala, sir.
HTML. HTML tong gikuan sa mga, sir.
Oo, at kato, pwede na to.
Ay, mo na to, sir.
Okay, very good. HTML. So ang uban nakaagitanan?
Yagian lang sir, wala ni hapit.
Ang uban
Wala.
wala.
Wala pa kagi, sir.
Wala,
Sa
sir.
senior high,
Ako
wala
pa.
pud kaagi ang uban sa senior high.
Yagi ra guro, sir. Wa kahapit.
Maulang. Okay, maulang. Okay, so anyway, mao ni hapit. Mao pod no. Maagi ra po wa kahapit. Bitaw. Anyway, thank you for being honest. So since some of you doesn't have any idea in creating websites or web page using HTML, I'm going to discuss to you basic of it. Okay, some of the tags, most likely katong mga common tags. And then HTML is the basic, it's actually the basic basic scripting language for creating a website. And then here comes CSS, and then we have here JavaScript, and then PHP. Okay, and all others daghan kaayo na mga like Bootstrap na mga framework which allows us to create mga interactive na mga websites. So let's start with HTML. So HTML is focused on, by the way, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So it's focused on the content, okay? Content of what are the data that you're going to put in your website. What are the, what are the data? It's focused on the data or the content of the website. Now, when we talk about CSS, it's cascading style sheet. Okay, cascading style sheets are used to design or describe the look and feel of our website. The look and feel in a way that what's the color of this content, specifically kanina mga natay butang dito na, let's say, information of ourselves, information of a certain or you just present something there in your website, and then you want to make that website na medyo enticing sa mata, no? UI UX designing. So that's the work of CSS. Though makahimo tag website, basic website through HTML, na siya basic styling, but it's not actually focused on that, no. Ang focus jud sa design is CSS. Okay? And for user interactivity, okay, na siya gamay na logic, we are going to use JavaScript. Okay, so that's another that's another subject, another scripting language na pod. Pero we can integrate and incorporate it into HTML. Both CSS and HTML can be integrated into HTML. And then for PHP, that is the language of website. No, computer. That's the programming language that we are going to use in terms of getting the data from the user, processing this data, and eventually managing this data in a way that we can use this data for if we get to analyze this data and then we present this data to our website. So especially if naana tayo mga transactions, that's why we use the PHP. Okay, and there are actually a lot of, if we are going to, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that if we are going to start with from scratch, at least we will know how is a website is actually created. No, so in fact, if you're going to uh, click right click and view page source, this is actually what the website should look like. And if you try to look at it, it's not normal as data that we see. It's not normal information that we get to understand because it's, again, it's a script, it's a language, and yeah, so we don't understand majority of them, no? Though siyempre ako makasabot ko because this is a combination of like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and yeah, this one mga JavaScript man ni siya. Okay? And then you have here HTML. Ayan. Okay? So, and that's what we are going to do. But okay, here's the thing. Since I have already told you about the creation of a website does not, kumbaga, in our field, no, like I took up BS Computer Science and we studied web designing for 6 months, like that's one sem, and then web programming for one sem or additional one semester. And in your case, you are going to only study it with like 2 weeks in a row. So imagine how smart and bright you are as expected, no? Kay 2 weeks. O nya, 2 weeks niya, one day, once a week lang pa yun mag-meet. So, di ba? Imagine. So, inana lang. So, again, though we cannot cover, since we are not going to cover things that we will get to understand for the web designing and web programming. So, I decided that after 2 weeks, I'm going to introduce to you some of the content or CMS, content management system, that we can use in creating in creating our own personal website without purchasing a domain. Kasi kung mag-create a website from scratch or even dili from scratch, and then we want that website to be available online, we'll have to buy a domain. We'll have to make it so that para mahimo siyang online, we'll have to have our own domain and then upload that website there, and then so that it will be available worldwide. Okay? And though there are some na free, but it's only limited to what we can upload, it's only limited to what we can, or kumbaga naalan siya time, naalan siya duration or limits. So with the CMS that we are going to use, you will, aside from makakreate kag sarili nimong website, aside from in terms of its look and its appearance, it's a little bit different of what we can do sa from scratch, no? Medyo ang sa scratch kasi, from scratch as in kamo jud ang mag-codes, you're going to focus on the script, you're not going to focus on the data. Okay? So that is why even in our field, pag maingon taog web designer, it's only he is or she is only going to focus on the designing, not on the functionality or the transaction of the program or the website, or on how it will achieve or on how it will process the on how it operates, no, or it performs a specific transaction. So yun, no, so lahi-lahi na siya roles, mura ko sa mga engineers gihapon. Diba? If I'm going to ask you, can we build, if you are a civil engineer, can you build a house without architect?
Dili, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Kahimo man gani ng panday.
Ah,
Can you
kumpleto
build?
man ang pandan, sir.
Kompleto noon siya. Pero can you build, even you're a civil engineer, can you build a house? A house lang ha. I'm not saying a building without an
Yes, sir.
architect.
Yes, sir.
Makabuo, sir. Makabuhat, sir.
Yes, makabuo, no, makabuhat. But syempre, mas lahi ang dating pag naa kay architect.
Design. Wala
Tama?
lay design. Yes, sir.
Medyo in terms sa iyahang design, probably sa structure, sa unsa ba apil ba sa architect ang unsay gamiton na mga ano or sa engineer na part?
Murag sa engineer na maguro nga, sir.
Sa engineer na part. Anyway, so that's what I'm trying to say. Kung sa creation sa website, kung napo tayo kinatawag na web programmer and web designer. Sa web programmer na part, kato sila ang murag engineer. Ang web designer mo tong mga architect. They are going to only focus on the design, how your program should look like or how your website should look like, which can be also give an impact in terms of kung how will the user use our application or our website. Kumbaga, it is going to pull us from using it, no? I mean, tama ba akong grammar? Kanagay murag since because it's created in a way na enticing to our human eyes, and then we then by using it mahook ta because of its design, and then that's actually it's one of the things na we stay using that website. But again, simplicity is the key to uh, parang sustainable, no, to sustain users from using your website. So what I'm trying to say here is that create as a web programming, web designing, web creating a web page or a website. It's a broad topic, and there's so much more that we need to learn as a concept. And then we are sa atong course or sa atong subject karon is it is compressed into 2 weeks. So don't expect na after this mahaw jud mo mag-create og website unless naga-practice na mo or that's your day practice, kumbaga that's you have been creating websites for several years. Okay? Sige. So, this time I would like you to if you guys don't have any application, you can use Notepad. You can use Notepad++, dara. You can use this one. Okay, and then Notepad plus, that's Notepad plus plus. You can also use this kani kay naibayad pero pwede na po ni siya for free. Okay. Wait. Especially katong na ay naggamit og laptop or computer karon. Okay, choose lang dira, no? Pero I would suggest Notepad kasi free, and then or Notepad plus plus, but again you can use Notepad. Okay? So I want you guys to go to that website and then install any of it. Can you guys do that?
Cellphone raman ko, sir. Minaw lang sa ko, sir.
Okay, ang uban, how about the others? How about the others? Oy, kita man.
Guys, tingin, guys.
Hello.
Cellphone rasad, sir.
Cellphone tanan?
Nice, may computer na, sir.
Data ra ko, sir.
Maulang. Kamo. Ayan, sige. Okay, so in my case, I'm using Sublime.txt. So react mo ha if ever na amoy na uban na gusto mag-install. If you guys want to follow or repeat after me whatever I'm going to do or type. So walay mag-ano para I would know unsay pacing sa ako ang discussion. So everyone is just going to watch. Kruk, kruk, kruk.
Sir, ako sir, nag-follow ko.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bakit sa si
Nag-watch lang ko, sir.
Dave?
Kore sir.
Gore? Okay. Naka-install na ka?
Dahil lang.
Sige, sige.
Sige, file name mo to sir.
Sige. For the benefit of Unsapod, all the others, no, para makaano. Sige. Can you share screen your ano para mapakita nato sila ang pag-install?
Di-install na ko, sir ba? Wala ginigawas.
Sige daw. Can you share your
Pag-human
screen?
sa setup.
Maka-share ka sa imong screen para
Dahil
makita
lang,
ko sa uban.
Mana ko, sir.
Ding ding. Okay, lingkuranan ba? Sige daw, share screen daw. Okay, very good. Okay, ayun, Nana. Okay, basta install lang man, no, di ba? Wala may laing special na instruction in which unlike sa katong exam kay
Human na, sir.
di ba straightforward lang, install lang dyan mo siya, tama?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. For everyone's consumption, guys, again, you just have to visit this website, choose any of it. Pwede ning Notepad++, pwede ning Sublime. Mas gwapo ang Sublime, pero okay na ning Notepad++. Tapos, that's for free. Okay? Ang Sublime man god, dili siya free. So, this time, you just have to follow after after downloading it, you just have to follow the instruction. Okay? So, okay na ta mag-start? Ding Ding and Kore?
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. How about you, Lugar?
Mag-install pa lang, sir.
Okay, mag-install pa. Sige. Sige, I'm just going to do it gently, or I will just do it gently and slowly, no? So,
Okay.
gently and slowly. Okay, so
With feeling, sir.
gently and slowly. All right. So, okay, I want you guys to create a I don't know if ma-save pa niyo ang file without typing anything there in your Notepad++. But just type anything muna. Okay, type anything muna. Hello. Okay. Right? And then I want you guys to save it. So Control S. Okay. And then for now, can you guys create a folder to any drive to any of your drive? Pwede sa CD, sa flash drive, basta kanang directory na dali ra nimo makita. Okay? Kanang directory na dali lang nimo makita. So in my case, let's say I'm going to create a in my directory Satoshi, and then I am going to put it here in my web design. So let's say I'm going to type this as home page. Okay. All right. So don't forget to remember me, bitaw. Don't forget to put that HTML in your file name. Yes, Vincent.
Ano saan ang ginagamit mo karon, sir? Mo na siyang
Sublime.
Notepad++.
Sublime ni siya. Walay Notepad++ diri sa Mac. Dili mo ay naa pero dili siya mudagan eh. Dili siya applicable, dili siya compatible. Okay ra man ang Notepad++, pareha lang man.
Butangan og HTML ang file name, sir.
Opo, butangan.
Di siya automatic na mo kuan.
Check tanawa daw murag text yata sa diha kay murag dili siya automatic. Dili pud sa ko di.
Text, sir.
Ako. Ha?
Text,
Text
yes, sir.
no. Oh, dili
Kalimot
siya
mo butang.
ma-text siya, di ba? So dili ka ka-send anak ko kay load bitaw. So .html butang homepage.html. I mean .html jud bahala kung say pangalan diha gusto nimo. Okay? Bisan pag imong ipangalan diha Mia Khalifa.html. Okay? And then click save. All right, save. All right, this time we now get to start we are now ready to create a website or a web page. So to start with, we will first determine, or I mean, the first tag that you will need to understand is the HTML tag. So when we talk about HTML tag, okay, this one, yeah. So HTML tag again stands for HTML or Hypertext Markup Language. Stands for HTML. Stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It means to say that we are trying to create a web page. Okay, that is going to apparently or eventually it's going to run or display in a browser. Okay, so that's HTML. So if you try to look at it, naatay duha diri ka buok HTML tags. This is what we call opening tag. This is what we call closing tag. How would you know na opening siya? Opening tag siya if it doesn't have any forward slash. Okay? So pag naa siya ay forward slash, that's the closing tag. So most of the tags, because there are some, no? Remember always that most of the tags in HTML are or has or have open and close tag or closing tag. Pero there are some na dili need o closing tag. I'm gonna show you unsa to na mga tags ang mostly ginagamit na dili kailangan or need na naay closing tag. Basta, once you open, it has to be closed. Okay? All right. So next is we are going to this. You have here head. Okay. So in the head part of your the web page has the head, body. Ayan. So mao ni ang ano niya, head, body. I-ano lang nako ha, i-indent na nako para so the head part is it's what you can define for your website, like putting a title. Okay, putting you can actually put data here or content there, but it would be desirable na magbutang ta og content inside of our body. Okay, so with these tags, head and body, it's also going to be a usual and normal tag in HTML, and this should be or this must be open and close. So dapat na po siya open and close. Okay. So in the along with the head tag, you can have here title. So the title tag is it would indicate now it would tell our web browser that or parser that we are trying to create a title of our website or web page. So let's say this is like this is a home page. Okay? Or simply homepage lang. If you want, homepage na imong pangalan, homepage. Okay? Now, if you are going to include data in your, so say you want to put a content of your website, so what's the user will see there is it should be written in the body tag, in between in the body tag. Example, hello everyone. Everyone, hello. Welcome. Okay. Sige. Okay? Example, mao na to ang content sa website. Okay. Now, click Control S mo. Okay, para kung unsa tong unsay update na value sa to ang website will be shown sa atong browser. Now, right click on your I don't know if naa ba right click sa Notepad++. right click? Wala.
Sir.
Open browser? Dihay open browser? Wala. Wala. Open browser. Wala, no? Or naa?
Sa Windows, sir?
Wala, sir.
Or
Wala, sir.
Sa window?
naman?
Unsay nakabutang sa window?
Open in browser.
Sige, open in browser. So go to window and open in browser.
Sa Sublime, di ba?
Sublime ako imo Sublime pod.
Oh.
Ang uban katong Notepad++.
Wala, sir.
Wala, sir.
Sir.
Wala na asa na pangitaon sa Notepad++ ha. Can you visit per tab? Tanawan niyo kung naa ba may makita na open in browser. Sige daw. Wala jud. Can you open any of your tab there? Tapos pangita kung na open in browser. Wala. Wala guys na. Ari.
Wala, sir.
Wala. Okay. So if in case wala, I want you guys to go to the directory to where you save your homepage.html. Where did you save it? Kung asa ninyo gi-save, open to ninyo siya. Example, what you are going to do or to where you should be heading to is in my case ato ko sa Satoshi kay dito man ako to gi-save, and then ato ko sa web design na file because dito na ako siya gi-store, and then click na kong homepage. I-click to ninyo. So makita niyo dira na pag naka-HTML na, it means ang icon na nakabutang ana sa iya ang icon na nakabutang siyang icon. The icon that it will appear there is the icon of the default browser that it is going to launch. Okay? So in my case, ang browser nako is Chrome. Kung i-open nako na siya, yan, ma-open ako na siya using a Google Chrome. But again, since sa Sublime na aman, I am going to open that in my browser. So open in browser. And then there you are. Naana ko'y content sa ako ang website. Hello everyone. Hi everyone, hello and welcome. If you try to observe ang homepage nako, okay, is mo nang title na akong gibutang. So meaning to say kanidang meet, let's say mag-type ka Google or new kana siya, mo nang title sa atong website or kani nga web page. So kanina na web page, new tab ang title ani. Okay? So since naghimo tag web page in our local directory lang, so I have created and the title of my website or web page is homepage. Okay, do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Sige. All right, so we will now invoke some of the tags that are useful. So first, the H1 tag. Okay, the H1 tag is actually the heading tag. Okay, so let's say heading. I don't know what you would like to put in there, but let's say this is heading 1. So as the time or as the value of the heading increases, let's say you are going to use H1 for the first heading 1 and H2 for the second heading 1. As the value of it increases, the appearance of your content or of your content or information there in your website is going to be also decreases. So meaning as the value of it increases, ang appearance niya dito naga-decrease. So unsay increase decreaser? Ang heading 1 is dako iyahang text appearance. Ang heading 2 is a little bit smaller than heading 1. And then we have also another heading 3. Ang heading 3 is of course smallest among the 3. Okay, and you can create heading up to 6. So heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're going to ask me a question, sir, pwede ba H7? Pwede. Okay? Sige, atong i-try. So this is 4, 5, 6. And then this is 4, 5, 6. And then this is H1, H2, H3, 4, 5, and 6. And then maghimo ko og isa ka heading. Sorry. And then this time himo na ko ni siyang 7. So ingon ka sir 6 lang taman, pero how come ibasa gyapon sa website ang ibasa gyapon ang H7? Actually yes. Okay? Atong kani siyang web page na to, if you're going to create a web page, everything you see here or everything you are going to include here is actually going to be red. Okay? Only that when you launch it in your web browser, okay, it will not actually the way you expect na as an output of the what you are actually creating. It's not going to appear there. So meaning as you expected na inani dapat yung appearance is dili siya mao ang imong gi-desire. Okay? So like for an instance, you have your H1 to H6. Yun ka sir, H1 to H6 lang. How about H7? I-run bagyapon na sa ato ang sa ato ang browser. Basahon bagyapon na sa atong browser. Yes. Okay? So when we save this one and you go to your website, you will have here different appearance of your heading. So heading 1 is a lot bigger compared to the other headers. And if you try to look at it, ang heading 7 is also being read by our browser. However, instead of maging mas smaller pa siya sa heading 6, it's actually similar or exactly the same to the normal content of a website, which is hello everyone, hello, welcome. That means H7 is not properly read by your browser. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. How about the others?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. So now, let's go to kapoy magsulat-sulat diri ko sa now. Ngita tawag ka ng ngita tag mga lyrics diri. Sa man na lyrics ang nice or lupang hinirang na lang, no?
Kan sir, itong manok na pula.
Manok na pula. Manok na pula lyrics. As N? Wala lagi. Ayun. Sige, manok na pula. Sa maning manok na pula? Man ni dapit. Wala man. Ayun. Ara.
Lagban sir. Sir.
Naa siya pero di makopya. Ay, ngita taglain. Scott na. Manok. Hoy. Oh, yun. Medyo lag siya dito, no? Uy, Facebook pa lang yun. Ay, dara. Okay, kopyahan na to ni. Huwag ngayon. Huwag mo akong lokohin. Nakalimutan na kita. Manok na pula. Adri lang na stanza tama no sa
Chorus lang sir.
adihan lang sa taman. Ako'y kinabahan. Saan pagkanta?
Napadaan. Ano sir?
Sa sabungan. Ana?
Sir.
Ano ba? Kapangit. Okay. Sige. Ibig na ba correct? I-indent na ito siya ba? Indent. Okay. So, indent. All right. So, if you guys want to, if after copying it, if i-run mo nito or i-launch. So, if you try to observe, medyo ang iyang content nagsumpay in that, in-ani siya, no? So, sumpay. The way you expect it na, kung yun sa nimo siya yun sa actually nimo siya expected na inana dapat per line, wala, nimo siya na-achieve. Actually, okay, Ariel happened to me 6 pesos na lang. Bitaw. Actually, ang ana is, there is this what we call break or line break. Okay? So, BR. So, the BR tag is actually, it stands for line break. it's going to have it's going to display the text na padaan sa sabungan in the next break or in the next statement. So let's say diri po ta butang tog line break. So this is one of the tags or HTML tags that doesn't need or require to have a closing tag. Okay? So mao na mga tags na akong giingon sa inyo na pwede walay closing tag. Okay. So if you want to na maging mag next lining uban kani next line, you just have to put BR every after the statement. Okay? So you go back to your website, then there. Okay? So manok na pula napadaan sa sabungan, blah blah blah. Okay? So in case lang mabutang ka og another line break here between mukhang matapang and ang pera ni Mrs. So actually pwede inana imong buhaton, okay? Line break gihapon, or you can actually use HR. Okay? HR is actually a horizontal line or separator. So instead of BR, HR, you will see there na naay horizontal line. But if you don't want to include it, pwede naman BR instead of HR. Now, sir, kakapoy ana sir, magbutang ko BR every now and then, or break statement or line break every after line. Okay. Is there any possibility, sir, na instead of magbutang ko BR, ako na lang ibutang dire is kanang one line of statement na lang, and then automatic unsa ni akong pagka define ani sa ako ang content or sa data sa akong website is inana siya. Yes, there is actually a possible way to that. You will use pre, okay? The pre tag, okay? Pre-format something like inana. Yan. So the pre tag is going to, instead of putting BR explicitly every after the line, okay, you can now just use pre instead of that. Okay, so save na to siya, and then you go to your website. Oops, wait. Okay, if you try to observe, nanakoy, okay, it would be easier for me to, rather than magbutang ko pre and every now and then, no? So mas okay kung inani siya. So now, in terms of if you want to display like a text or a content, you can use heading or header along with your content. No, you can use this one, which is with BR, and then you can use pre or pre. No, then just enclose it with the enclose it with the text, or the data should be enclosed with the pre tag, opening and closing. Okay, question.
Alamin kayo, sir.
Sir. Sir,
Unsa?
asa ginang HR, sir?
Nasa office.
Oo.
Joke. Ang HR, nara, dire. Kani horizontal lang siya.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sige. Alright. Okay? But if you want na, kanang gusto nyo di mo na, ikaw mag-format, BR lang ka. Ayan. Okay? Sige. Do you guys follow?
Sir, pwede
Yes, sir.
mag-ask.
Opo.
Kana sa heading, sir ba? Nami, saan pag kanang dili mo gamay ang lettering yan lang sa 6, sir? Sa heading, ano ba? Ano mo gamay sa every...
Okay. Kanang sa H1, H2, ana. Inana dyan na siyang format niya. Basta mo gamit kag H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Ang heading 1 is the highest or the larger or the largest. Ang H6 ang pinaka smallest. So, pwede na ka mo gamit og H1 if gusto ka na ang format niya is inana kadako. So, meaning to say, kung gusto na ko yung manok na pula as H3, instead of pareha sila sa kaning napadaan, pwede na ko na siya butang og let's say H2 na siya. And H2. So, ano lang yan, desired, ano lang, ano man desired appearance lang of your text kung unsa imong gusto mahitabo sa imong isa ni. Wala na ako na close. Parang desired ano lang nimo siya, appearance sa imong text if ever unsa imong gusto, unsa kadako. Wait lang, more na questions. Wala di ay. Yes, very good question. Unsa pa man?
Sir, kanang murag margin sa required yun na, sir, pag magbuhat ka og kuan. Pwede
Margin na.
kanang gikan sa latang, sir, ba kanang gikan sa number antud kanang space anang sa body. Kanay upat ka margin ba na?
Asa upat ka margin dire?
Kanang gikan sa left, sir, pa right. Kanang
Kani,
latang.
ana?
Kana,
Kani?
sir.
Hindi,
Required na, sir.
indentation, sir.
Dili. No need. Dili siya required.
Pwede ra walay nana.
Opo, pwede na patungo, pwede na nimo siya, pwede na magtapok tanan dira. Basta kay make sure lang ang imuhang pagka-close, mag-open nimo na close siya. Para atong nahitabo ganina, nag-open ko tapos wala ko na close og properly ang H2. Di ba ni sundog the rest of the other elements sa iya. Nakita ninyo to?
Yes.
So, basta na lang siya klaro na opening and closing tag.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Pwede na again pwede na ito magdikit tanan dito, no need na. Okay? Ang importante actually is na unsay format sa imuhang data or content sa imong sani. Okay? Sige, now let's unsa man?
Kanang pre nga kuan sir no kung unsa imong gi-format dira nga gibutang mao na gyud na maka-show sa browser kung pre
Oo.
Kung gusto mag-break na.
Pwede nimo na siya i-style pag i-CSS na to siya pero pamantay idea sa CSS. Like i-change nimo ni iyang pwede man nato na sunod na lang na kana ma-change na to iyang color, iyang font size, iyang font sa inyong gusto sa font niya. So pwede na nimo siya like example the best thing that we can do for now is let's say ibutang na to siya into H3 and then H3 kaning pre. Okay, is it allowed? Pwede ba sir na ma-H3 nimo siya? Yes. Okay, and instead of H3, pwede nimo na siya like P align equals to left. And but again, medyo wala pa na part. Sige lang, little by little ato na siyang anohon. So by the way, P tag stands for paragraph. So pasabot ani is ang paragraph nato na ang pera ni Mrs. na dapat ay ihulog kay wait. Erase na kong pre. So, i-pre na to siya para dili na ta mag-BR, line break, for each of this line. Pero, ibutang na to siya as P-align, no? So, ibutang na to siya as align left, align right, or whatever imong yan. So, P stands for paragraph. Sir, pwede ba walay P-align something? Yes, pwede na. Ana lang. As in P lang. Plain P, paragraph. So, if i-ready mo na or i-launch, so that thing is actually happened for now. Okay? Okay. Any question?
Wait lang, sir. Pwede ibalik dito sa kuan, sir.
Sige.
Ang, ano to? Diara siya kutob sir ang katong sa to katong i-align diara siya kutob sa gi-close tag mo sir ang iyang paano ko man.
Yes.
Dili ka na.
Kung imuha po ni siyang ibutang dire, like this is what you mean kung asa dapit ka
Yes sir.
kutob.
Yes sir.
Kung kana po diha lang ka kanilang pod ang ma-align ay kanilang pod ang ma-format na pre.
Sige sir.
So irani mo siya. The rest kay dili siya. Another na po na ikaw bahala sa imong gusto na ibutang. O sa imong gusto buhaton for the content. Okay? Very good question, okay?
Naaday ko answer sa taong gigamit sir kaning note sa ni siya.
Notepad.
Naaday
Asa
siya
dapit?
katong
Open in
para
browser.
mabilis sa browser.
Asa
Click ko nimo murag tab sir tapos i-right click ko nimo.
oo, tama, oo. Right click ang tab, kanina class i-right click ang tab tapos naay open in browser.
Well, lahi ang nakabutang sir.
Kung saan nakabutang?
Open in default viewer.
Okay. Open in default viewer. O, sige kadto, right click daw sa Notepad++, sa mga nagamit ng Notepad++. Right click nimo ni, then open in default viewer. So, di ka kapili unsa na browser, basta open in default viewer. Okay? Sige, let's proceed and move now to next. So, let's say for an instance, you want this manok na pula na dili siya header but ano nimo siya as like bold or B. Okay, pwede nimo na siya i-B. Okay? So, B stands for bold. Let's say kaning si napadaan, ibutang nato ni siya as italicize. Okay, italicize. Okay, meaning naka-italicize, ano na, muhigda, mo sana, mag-slant siya gamay. Tapos, let's say, kaning manok dire, ato ni siyang i-underline. Okay. Okay, you do that and then launch your website now. Unsa inyong napansin sa inyong application, sa inyong website. Okay, so mapansin mo naka manok na pula, what happened nga ni sundog ni underline. Anyway, ang manok naka-underline ay okay kasi wala na ako na close tag ang I. So i-close tag nimo siya para dili mo inherit ang property sa uban. So ang napadaan lang ang naay ang naka slant niya or naka-italicize. Yan. So yan. Okay, so what else? There are few tags na pwede nimo gamiton. Example, instead of bold or B, let's say ang pera, gusto nimo siya butangan og tag, or you can use strong. So strong and bold is almost the same. Okay? Si apil nato ning Palawan, EM. M means it is going to give emphasis. Okay? Unsa pa? Small. Pwede po nimo gamitan ang small. Let's say sa salpukan, gusto kag bigger. Pwede nimo or big. Okay? Butang nimo siya dire. Big. Yan. These are a few of the tags that you can use. So, sa pa mark. Let's say there is a tatama. Okay. Let's say mark. Mark is going to give a highlight of that word. Okay, so ano sa nako ha? And then you will see here, observe what changes it is invoked to sa tuang website as I launch it. So kung napansin niyo ang pera is similar to yan. So strong, B na mawang kaning manok na pula bold no, yan pera is naka-strong. And then ang tatama naka-mark, aning Palawan is naka emphasis ni siya or EM, ayan. And then, ang pinusta, naka-small. Ayan. And then, ang big, salpukan, aman tong salpukan, nakadako. Ayan. Sige. You do that in your, now, para ninyo, para ma-apply niyo or ma-try ninyo. Magbaba man akong bangko Sige. Sige.
Pero kung imong sabay nimo i-italic o i-bold, duha ka command lang imo ibutang, nya butangan
Yes,
nimo
yes po.
close.
Opo, oo. Pwede. Like, example, kaning napadaan, i-italicize nimo at the same time, i-bold. Ana, imong gusto. Ana. Ana nimo siya. Yan. Yes. Pwede po nimo na isabay pa jud ang you. Okay, sige. Alright, so these are some of the tags na magamit ninyo. For instance, another tags na pwede nato magamit would be, let's say, superscript and subscript. Let's say natay base o exponent. So example, you have here the base, mag-BR sa or line break. And then you have here base. And then you want to sa may base, and then you want to put as superscript ang exponent na word, exponent, or something like x sub x raised to the power of 2 ba, it depends sa imong say, let's say nana lang. Ang purpose na ba kay x raised to the power of 2. So base times exponent. So yan. So kung mapansin nimo ang base raised to the power of exponent. So like for instance, maghimo ka og formula na x, and then you are going to make a superscript for superscript for 2, and then you have here soup. So in contrary, naputay subscript. Example, na kay y sub 1, gusto nimo i-subscript ang sub 1. So y sub 1. Okay, like pwede pa ka y sub 1 tapos sub plus y sub 2. Yan, no? So y sub 1 plus y sub 2, ang is na y sub 1 plus y sub 2. Okay, superscript and subscript. So sige, ato ang butang og line break para makita ninyo. Yan. So line break po dire. Okay, you do it now para you will also apply or see kung say mahitabo sa inyong inyong browser, inyong web page. Okay, so I'm going to type another paragraph. Let's say So if you guys, if you want to look, okay, this one kaning diri na part, we have here RAM. So I put it here RAM, and then if you're going to mouse over that text na word na RAM, it is going to give you random access memory. Instead of magbutang ko og definition niya, though pwede ka mo tag DFN na tag, but again, actually there are a lot of tags that you can use. So isa ni siya sa imuhang pwede magamit if you're going to write a content na medyo na mga definition, and then i-mouse over lang sa user. So ira na to siya, or yeah. So i-mouse over na ko ang RAM, you will see here random access. Yan. Random access memory. Yan. For the RAM text. RAM na content. Instead of ibutangan nimo siya diha random access memory. So that is something na wala sa uban na mga data sa imuhang website. Okay? All right, now let's create another. Are you guys done with this one? Create another website. Or wala pa?
Sir.
Sige. Sige, I can wait. I'll wait.
Sir, kanang sa kanang website sir ba pwede maka-insert na og kuan pictures or mga kuan?
Yes, pwede.
Sound sir.
Unsa man imong insert lang kag picture.
Insert lang mga picture ba mga examples ana gud sir.
So example, mag-insert tag picture. Ano lang, IMG source. So okay. By the way, unsa na image imong i-insert katong nasa online or katong local na nasa imuhang website sa imuhang file?
Kanang sa sulod lang sa kuan sir. Website nimo. Sa sulod lang.
Asa man kag image kasi pwede ta magkuha image sa online, pwede po dirita sa ato ang computer.
Kanang sariling kuan sir.
Both.
Ay pwede both.
Both o kanang both. I can both them. Both. O sige. Both. Okay, mangita tag kuan. Picture. Kinsa man picture inyong ibutang?
Manok sir, kay manok na pula no.
Okay, manok. Manok. Kaning luto na.
Kanang luto na sir, para gutomon ni.
Sige, kaning luto na.
Gigutom ano ko sir?
Patay oy. Sige, i-click lang to ninyo or check na to kung makita na to ang URL ani. Save link. Tanaw na to, copy link address, tanaw na to, copy link address. And then lagi gutom na noon ba? And then ibutang nimo siya dire. And then yun na la. Okay, wala nakitaan. Ngita tag isa ka image na may dapit. May link ani. Wait, sa na to og link address. Inaupong manok. Okay. Ano na lang, ngita tag. Sige, anyway, kita tag image. And then, sige, kanina image, kanina lang na manok, kaning luto. Dapat sige lang, i-fix na to later on. Save image as, tapos make sure lang, kanang image ha, dito ni mo na save sa kung asa ang imong file. Nakuha? Kung asa imong website,
yes sir.
Dito dapat nimo siya i-save. Sige, this one is manok. Unsa man ni siya na extension. Check na to kung sa extension ano niya. JPEG. Manok.jpg. So dapat manok.jpg. Okay, wait lang, i-check na ako kung dito ba jud mag-meet pa ni siya. So dapat na-add ni siya naka-save sa kung asa naka-save ang manok. Ayun, manok.
Nagod sa kuha, sir.
Nasa imo ha?
Ay, kanang gi-copy image lang ako siya. Ay,
Lagi kato no, copy link no, katong copy link.
Oh, ngator ako.
Sa kuha po, sir.
Basin sa akong browser wala. Sa akong browser gani dili siya compatible. Nain ana usahay di compatible. So okay to sa inyo ha ganina.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay ako,
Itong
sir.
gibuhat. Okay.
Image address lang.
Copy link image address nyo, ako copy link address. Oo. So pwede. Ayan. So yeah, we'll talk about images pohod So pwede nato na siya mapagamay ang size. Actually, pwede nimo na siya i-ano ang width. Yan, width is equal to let's say 20 lang, no? Height is equal to 15 by pixel. So para di kayo dako iyang image. Uy, gamay ra pod no. 5 pixel, let's say 50 by 50. Yeah, kamo na i-adjust ana sa iya ha. Kung sa inyong gusto ibut ano sa inyong image. So BR lang po dire para so let's say 150 para di kayo dako. Okay. So there, no? Ato ang para dili kay siya mo-occupy og space sa image. Ay, mo-occupy ang image ato ang web page. Okay, another thing is actually dili ni siya, I would not recommend you having this pero para medyo lingaw-lingaw siya gamay. There's actually a kanang marquee though wala na ni siya. I mean, this is no longer parang it's obsolete already. I mean, dili siya recommended sa website. Marquee is the mo scroll na siya, no? Mo scrolling value. So, yan, manok na pula. Naga-scroll siya. So, mura siya og just in case,
Okay.
no? Just in
Pwede pa
case
lang picture, sir.
pwede pod. Butangin lang tog marquee ang picture.
Visual ba?
Murag kuan ba ads?
Murag
Oo.
ads. Yan, balik-balik na siya. Sir, pwede ba nako anuhon ang iyahang scroll kung ang iyang behavior, kung ang iyang scroll ba siya, slide ba siya, pwede. Naana siya ay behavior, kung mugana pa ba, depende ni siya klasanay. Na instances na dili siya mugana ha, let's say behavior, i-try lang ninyo. Wait lang. Itataglain kaning itatag manok na pula gihapon pero this time to behavior equals let's say slide apa pa ni I don't know if it's this one is i-read gihapon sa atong browser. Again, depende gihapon na siya sa ato ang browser class, and then alternate. Nakalimot na ko. Okay, it's been a while naman good. So let's try. Ayun.
Sir, maapil lagi ako ang kuan, sir. Content.
Maapil ay butang closing tag imong marquee.
Gibut nga nako, sir.
BR tingali.
Sige daw.
Okay, unsay napansin niyo tama dawat ako mga manok na pula naganana na nagpuli-puli.
Nagsampok.
Nagsampok na sila.
Hindi siya daw manok na rigi-rigi, sir.
Manok na rigi-rigi.
Mura man gyapon, gibut nga og VR.
Mao ba? Ang scroll siya, ang slide kay magana-ana lang. Ay alternate pali-puli-puli. Ang slide kay kaisa lang siya mo ana. Mugana pa dahil siya sa browser. Unsa to imo ha?
Na ang image sir.
Musabay imo ha tanan?
Ako sir, masabay pati tong
Ang imo ha
content sa
musabay?
ubos. Oh, picture man ta to sir.
Ang picture lang ang imong
Oh, unta ang picture lang ta niya di. Masabay ang ubos.
ay mong katawa ba? Nangatawa lagi mo kay okay, stop. Asa ini? Kani. Marke.
Sir.
Marke. Tapos ang image lang imong butangan ay ipadagan.
Sir.
Ako image naman ni dagan oh.
Wala guro siya yung nagbutag close na market eh.
Basin wa ka nag-close og marke.
Butang sir oy.
I-share screen daw. Be.
Yara. Ulat.
Ay nana?
Ulat. Ulat sa sir.
Grabe hulat ko makamulat.
Ay sorry sir.
Okay, Roy, no problem. Oh, kumusta man mo? Kamera na lingaw, girls. Lugar, Sarinas.
Sir, dili pwede ma-attach ang image kung dili siya same na file
Awa
folder.
sa.
Pwede,
Awa,
pero
lain lagi siya sir no kay paana. Ano man eh. Pwede ni
masay
mo.
pa ana. Asa
Kanang
daw?
pakilid ba? Taas kayo. Awa. Yan eh.
Asa man?
Mo ni siya sir akong end sir.
Okay, URL man, pwede man taas sa imong URL.
O gani sir niya. Tama makaya ni siya sir kaning gibuti
Di
man
man
siya
maklaro,
close.
di ko kakita.
Di maklaro sir.
Oh, di ko mo zoom kay di kay ko mo ana sa akong kamera kay maklaro akong pores.
O kani. Kani sir o. Sa may mali ani ano nag-grade mo ni sir.
Ay, kulang na siya kuan. Kulang nag tag imong usa ni.
Sige.
Kulang.
Unsay kulang sir? Ay,
Pag kulang og pagmamahal. No.
ay.
Di nasulod ya. Okay naman ang marke, kuan man na siya.
Unsay
Nangan
kulang ani? Okay na ni?
oh, never
So,
mind, okay na siya.
Tanaw
Kulang
sir
na-
o. Tanawa
Sige
o.
daw.
Oh, masabay tanan sir. Buang.
Kuan na kay heading pinakauna sa market ato.
Itong una sa marke.
Tanggala daw sa tong URL nimo, tanggala sa imong URL.
Ang galo na ko to sir. Kuya.
Daghan dako kayo no, taas kayo.
Unsa
Ay,
man?
dahil question ganina ha, is stay put sa imong question. Tanggala sa imong URL.
Sa man ni pag-highlight.
Taas kaayo no.
Yan sir. Dahil pag kimapil mo tan good na nauna ko.
Okay. Sige.
Yan sir. Sa man sir.
Wala kay
Sa man sir.
sa man na marquee image. Di man maklaro no. Image source equals na no?
Yes sir.
And then sa tumoy daw, sa tumoy. Ay na lang mo pag ano pag katong image na lang na local. Taas kaayo.
Itaw.
Wala. Di madakpan ang manok.
Ano sir? Asa man ni sir? Kani o anong pula man ni?
Ay kuan ka closing butang i-close imong ano kanagay after sa mark kanagay less than marke.
Kani? Ano man sir?
Oo.
Saan
Sige.
man ni? Ano?
Adto sa sige pa left. Ato sa itong ani? Pa left. Sige pa left. Okay, dira pagbutang og greater than. Kana.
Dito.
Sige,
Ay,
ano.
Ay, dito.
Ayo.
Ayo. Ano man to
Okay
sir?
na.
Okay na, sir.
Kay nisabay siya kay wala man natarong og read imong script. Walay closing sa image nimo, image source.
Okay na, sir.
Okay, sige. Alright, sige. Direta sa create another website and then so okay na ta dire? Right? So create a website, control N for everyone. So create another website. So let's say ang website nato as ang pangalan nato sa website is manok.html. O sige, manok.html. Ambot manok na unsa na ni manok.
Gutom
Save.
na lang.
Gutom na jud. Okay, HTML. Okay, so don't mind sa akong ano ha, kayo this is the of the advantage of Sublime kasi pag type na og HTML, control space enter, automatic na siya mag hatag sa ko og basic sa ko ang basic na content, basic na format sa ako ang website or webpage. So sige, manok ako ipangalanan. Okay? So let's start with magbutang og mga background color. So you can choose either pwede siya BG color equals let's say pink. And so ato lang ka sa browser, you will have here pink color sa imong sani. Okay, BG color, but I would recommend don't use BG color, use background color instead. Okay, kani siya karaan ni siyang BG color na tag. So I would suggest use the style equals background. Okay, background. Let's say color. And then let's say color is pink or ayan, yellow. Ayun lang yellow. Aquamarine. Ayan. So body style, background color, aquamarine. So this would give you background color na aquamarine. So lighter color. Ayan, the entire web page. Okay? So, sir, pwede ba instead of solid color, can I use hexadecimal color? Yes, pwede ka mag-hexadecimal color. Let's say, ang hexadecimal, nag-start na siya og F sharp, FD, example lang, C001. So, we don't know unsa ni siya, but if example lang, try na to. Oh, inana siya. So sir, saan ako pag-memorize ato tanan? Actually, naay siya color wheels. Okay, anita diri sa website. Color wheels. Color wheels. Picker or picker na lang. Color picker, HTML color codes. Try na to ni. Ayan, daghang mga colors dire. Oh. Okay, share na ko ni sa inyo ha. Dara. Ayan, color picker codes.html. So, inyong buhaton diha is pili lang og mga colors dira that you like. Example, i-calibrate lang ni going to sa imong gusto na color. And then ano-ano lang na siya, ana-ana nimo sa imong gusto na color for that. And then mao niyang iyang color wheel iyang unsa ni value. So 18AE87. So copy lang na siya or dire kani i-copy nimo na hexadecimal na siya, mao na ano niya hexadecimal value, copy and then paste it here. So, i-save nimo imong file and then atong sa imong homepage ay dito sa manok dito no. And then run. Yeah. So medyo okay ang color sa to ang website. Okay? Rather than kanina medyo sakit
Ibalik
sa
na sa
mata.
imong code, sir, sa background color.
Opo.
Sir, kung normal black lang, unsay i-type, di lagi mo kambyo ko ah.
Normal black, wala nay black. Kung black ka, ato ka sa color picker basin ato ka sa black, pwede magkamuan dire oh. And then yan kani 00 hashtag 000. So try na to hashtag 0000. Okay, black daw ni siya. Ay kulang pila to ka ano? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Onom di ay. Yan black. Okay, I don't like kani. Okay, that is for body style background color. Now, okay, let's have a, you can also change the color using RGB or use color using RGB. So, kanina color names, kani hexadecimal color, pwede po ka magamit og RGB. Let's say RGB. Kaning RGB, red, green, blue. Actually, napo na siya sa color picker na to. Kani oh, RGB. So, 255 na siya taman. Okay, actually dali lang na i-memorize like mayon ka I want na ako 255 pinaka taasan na value ha. So meaning pag 255 ang imuhang red ang imuhang manok ani is red jud na siya nga website. Okay? So let's say gamay lang na red 150 sumura kag nagmix og pintura gani. Yan. So medyo na siya pagka maroon. And then, combine na nimo siya o green. Let's say, mga 10% lang sa green. And then, walay blue. Hindi kayo siya affected. So, let's say, 100% sa green. Or 150 ang 100 ang value. So, medyo ninana siya. Medyo pangit. 10, 20, kani 50. So, i-combine nimo tanan colors, red, green, and blue. So, mao ni ang result. RGB. Okay, if di ka satisfied, pwede ka magpili dire mga colors sa color ano nimo. Like kani, okay? Like kani, and for instance, mo na imong ganahan na color. So click lang na 199.01557. So 199.057. So copy and then go to manok. Then yan, medyo ayan. Okay? Kung gusto ka na siya transparency, translucency or opacity, pwede nimo na tag alpha, RGBA. Okay? RGBA. Okay. Pwede ra pod wala RGB lang and then nakay value dre. Ang value dre 0 or 1. Okay, 0 or 1. So of course, di ka mag-0. So 0 up to 1. So pwede siya 0.3, meaning ang opacity niya is 0.30%. So if i-run mo ni siya medyo yan. Kung imo na siyang i-0.1, ang opacity niya is wala, no? Kasi wala man ka nag-anog opacity or translucency. So example 0.5. So medyo na pink na siya. Question? May question?
Sir.
Sige, now, atong purpose ani is that's why naghimo tag do ka websites because if i-click nato ning manok if natay is let's say sa atong natay paragraph dire na putang ta diri og go click click manok atong buhaton ani is kung i-click daw niyang manok to go to homepage. Okay. So click manok to go to homepage. Atong buhaton ana is atong ahref. So ahref is equal to manok dot HTML, homepage ay. homepage dot homepage dot html, and then so butang rig manok. Okay, so if ibutan ako ni diri sa akong program, okay, click manok to go to homepage. Example lang ha, wala koy. And then anhi ko na website diri no, example. Gusto na ko adto ko sa color picker na website. Himo pod ko diri isa ka unsa ni isa ka ahref. So click ahref. So ahref is an anchor reference, meaning i-visit na ko na siya na website or kani siya na website sa local website nako. Kani na website is sa online website. Okay, and then utang nako dire, let's say color wheels. And then BR. Okay, to visit or to pick colors, to pick more colors. Okay, so if i-run ako ni siya, akong manok, something. So I have here, click manok to go to homepage. So i-click na ko ni, adto ko sa akong manok na ay sa homepage na ko ganina nga gibuhat na to. Okay? So let's say we click color wheels to pick more colors. Pag-click na ko na, i-direct ko niya sa color picker. Okay? Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Sige. So, kana lang sa karon for a while and then let's continue para little by little or by ano lang ta, anam-anamon lang nato para di kayo siya daghag memorize na tags. And let's continue next week, and I'll just provide a simple tutorial para maghimo og mga basic websites lang sa karon. Okay? Sige. Attendance sa ta?
Present, sir.
Mo pagani.